I'm gonna zoom in for you guys, okay?
I'm a human being. I cry, I get scared, I get nervous.
It's hard. It's very difficult.
We've started to learn more and more about Beyonce and Jay-Z's daughter, Blue Ivy. But let's face it, we want to know more about those adorable twins. What's the deal with keeping these kids' lives so private? It's no secret that Beyonce and Jay-Z keep their private lives, well, secret. They've worked so hard over their careers to maintain a personal life away from cameras, and for good reason. Heck, we're all just learning about some drama behind the scenes with this power couple from years ago. They've got their stories on lock. The New York Times even said that Beyonce has such an unprecedented amount of control over her public image. At one point in 2015, she had not answered a direct question from the media in more than a year. No wonder the Beehive is always so hungry for personal news from Beyonce herself. So it's not a surprise that we barely know anything about their little ones, too. How do they keep their kiddos' privacy intact? I mean, these are some of the most famous kids in the world, and we basically know nothing about them. Beyonce and Jay-Z have effectively shielded their young family from the spotlight. Beyonce even told Vogue, "It's very important to me that my daughter is able to experience life and run through the sprinklers and have slumber parties and trust and live and do all the things that any child should be able to do in 2013. But there's definitely more to it than just that. So what do we know about these kids? Ever since Beyonce posted that picture in February of 2017 to Instagram announcing her pregnancy with the twins, it was clear that pretty much anything she could say about her kids would literally break the internet in half. We were eating this stuff up. We were just starting to get to know Blue Ivy, as B and Jay-Z had kept her life super private up to this point too. 1 month after the birth of the twins, we got another iconic photo that actually showed the babies. And then, as quickly as they entered our lives, they vanished. Seriously, we had to wait an entire month for more pictures of these babies, and those weren't even posted by Beyonce. Despite sneaky paparazzi snapping pics of the babies in late 2017, Beyonce and Jay-Z maintained the children's privacy until a year after they were born. See what we mean? This family is as private as it gets. We also know that this family is extremely tight. They apparently do everything together. A close source to B and Jay-Z said that while the superstar parents have nannies for the kids and their assistants help out, they mostly try and bring the kids everywhere. We've definitely seen Blue Ivy on tour with her mom and dad on several occasions, so this totally makes sense. The source also said the twins are getting older and Beyonce has been taking them out a little more too, but it's rare that we see them in the audience with Blue. But we did catch a glimpse of them in her Netflix film Homecoming, and we pretty much all lost our minds. It wasn't even that long of a clip. Perhaps the secrecy has more to do with Beyonce's journey to having the twins than anything else. Maybe her recovery is intertwined with how much privacy the twins have had. In July of 2019, Beyonce graced us all with an interview where she revealed what it was like being a mom to Blue, Rumi and Sir. In a rare televised interview on Good Morning America, she spoke to Robin Roberts about her new film, The Lion King, in which she voices the character Nala.
Simba, you have to take your place.
But we all know that most people also wanted to hear about her personal life since we never get to see her interview. She said that a lot of her inspiration for even being involved with The Lion King came from being a mommy. She mentioned how Lion King was always a personal favorite too. B said, "Being a mother, my family is my biggest priority. It's not many films that the parents can come and feel the way I feel about The Lion King and feel that and pass that legacy onto their kids. Not like being the world's biggest star in music is enough of a legacy or anything." Now, we got to see Blue Ivy at the world premiere of the film with her mom and dad, and we've gotten to see her with Beyonce on the red carpet a handful of times before that. But it took a long time for Blue to make her public appearances, and it looks like they like it that way for the twins too. What are some of the reasons for keeping these kids' lives so secret? Well, for starters, it's just about safety. The more people know about B and Jay-Z's kids, the less safe they become. But that seems to be the most obvious reason to keep any celebrity child's life private. It also has a lot to do with Beyonce's carefully curated image. Beyonce controls her image so tightly that she keeps tabs on everything. Who can forget the time that her publicist came for BuzzFeed for posting unflattering pics of her? And if her publicist doesn't get the work done, you better believe B's fans will. Rest assured that when it comes to the Carter kids, the Beehive and Beyonce and Jay-Z's team will not back down. Once in April of 2019, a picture was leaked of Blue Ivy and the twins. The owner of the photo was called by B's rep, and the photo was quickly taken down. Less than learned, you don't want to mess with the Carters and their kids' privacy. But maybe Beyonce and Jay-Z keep their kids' lives so private because they're just not ready to pass the torch yet? Blue Ivy's very appearance can sometimes outshine the superstar parents, so maybe they keep the kids behind the scenes to maintain the spotlight. After Beyonce released the video for Spirit from Disney's The Lion King, Page Six ran the headline that Blue stole the spotlight with her 15-second cameo. Now we know that no one can outdo Beyonce, like ever, but maybe Queen Bey is just protecting her throne from Queen Blue? Or maybe we just don't hear much about the Carter babies because they're just too busy for us. Busy with red carpet appearances and buying expensive art? Yeah, you heard that correctly. Blue Ivy once attended an art auction with her parents and bid on an acrylic painting by Sidney Poitier. Her almost winning bid? $19,000. Tyler Perry actually outbid her by $1,000. She also bid $10,000 on a collection of law and medical texts by Samuel Levi Jones, and she won. I guess this is the Carter version of a normal family outing? The privacy for these kiddos extends into their schooling too. Yeah, you won't see these kids at PS 129 in New York, or even at a regular private school. In fact, they're potentially sending their kids to a posh school in California per their famous friend Gwyneth Paltrow's recommendation. She recommended the exclusive West Hollywood school, the Center for Early Education, and encouraged them to fully make the move to Los Angeles. Soon, the music moguls said goodbye to New York and hello to LA to be close to Blue's new school. The twins aren't old enough to be in school quite yet as of July 2019, but they'll probably also attend this school. That's gonna cost B&J $19,000 in tuition per kid per year. This school is super exclusive, as they only accept a small number of applicants in order to get the most focused education. Blue also performs at dance recitals at the Debbie Allen Dance Academy, and once danced to one of her mom's songs, if you can believe it. But don't think that you'll get to go to these recitals or anything. They too are super exclusive. Unless you're one of the Carters' nannies, you don't get to go to these things. They have a literal team of nannies, guys. Busy lives require helping hands, and according to OK Magazine, Beyonce and Jay-Z's childcare staff includes a whopping 6 nannies for just the twins. Oh, and by the way, these nannies have an alleged salary of $100,000 a year each. Apparently, the twins need 3 nannies each because they have different sleep schedules. Each nanny works in 8-hour shifts to provide round-the-clock care. But how many nannies care for Blue Ivy? Evidently, she only needs 2. She's older and often travels with Beyonce or Jay-Z, so she's a little more capable. But she also has a personal stylist, so it kind of balances out, right? Yeah, she has a stylist. You don't think Blue dressed herself for the wearable art gala, do you? The Carters don't just control their kids' image, they also control their names. The new parents actually rushed to file their trademark application for the name Blue Ivy about a month after she was born in 2012. Unfortunately, they didn't move fast enough. Yes, that's right, someone else stole Blue's name. Well, sort of. A fashion designer filed his petition for the name Blue Ivy Carter NYC on January 11th, 2012, just 4 days after Blue's birth. On January 20th, someone else filed to use the name Blue Ivy Carter Glory for their fragrance line. But neither one of them was fast enough either. The first come, first serve rule when it comes to filing for patents meant that everyone lost to a small boutique called Blue Ivy in Wisconsin that filed on January 19th, 2011. They managed to file before Beyonce was even pregnant. Naturally, the Carters filed faster after the birth of the twins in 2017. They filed right when the twins were rumored to have arrived home and included last names. The Carter children are patented brands, people. It may surprise you to know that Beyonce is a lot more hands-on with her kids than people think. Sure, there's a staff of nannies helping out, but as it turns out, Beyonce is very involved with Blue Ivy's extracurricular activities. A close source to the family said that Beyonce takes Blue to school as much as she can and is very, very hands-on with all her school projects. Can you imagine seeing Queen Bey in the carpool lane at school? The source also said it's very important for Beyonce and Jay-Z to raise their children as normally as possible, and they expect to be treated the same as everyone else. Beyonce especially is on the ground at pickup, drop-offs, school meetings, etc. I wonder if she brings snacks to PTA meetings. Beyonce and Jay-Z also make plenty of time for special occasions for their kiddos. We're talking about birthdays, people, but don't think that there's just balloons and cake for the Carter kids. For example, the total bill for Blue Ivy's princess-themed first birthday was $200,000. Then, on her second birthday, mom and dad rented out an entire amusement park so she could explore it without interruption. Does anyone else really want Beyonce and Jay-Z as parents right now? When it comes to these Carter kids, we're just going to keep learning about Blue Ivy now that she's older, but the twins, well, we're going to have to wait a few years before we truly get to know them. A source close to the family said Beyonce wants to cherish the twins' early memories and keep that part of her family life private, for now. The source also said Jay feels Blue is old enough to learn who her famous parents are in the world, and Blue likes going out to places with mommy and daddy too, which makes up for the time Blue sometimes feels neglected by all the attention the twins still need. By this logic, can fans expect to see Sir and Rumi out and about once they're 5 or 6? We certainly hope so. What do you think of the lives of these Carter kids? Are Beyonce and Jay-Z justified in keeping these kids' lives so private? Let us know what you think in the comments. Be sure to subscribe to The Taco, and we'll see you again soon.